Hey guys, welcome to this Obi-Wan Kenobi review. I am Anthony. This is Collectors Entertainment Network, and we're going to go over the first 3 episodes of the new Disney Plus show, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was going to do one for the first 2 and then a separate one for this one, but life happened and I couldn't get to it. So let's just jump into all 3. But before we do that, I would like to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below. Let me know what you thought of these episodes. Please like this video and please share it with anyone you think may like it as well. Okay, where do we start? I know there's a lot of controversy going on about the character of Reva and the actress Moses Ingram. We'll get to that later, but first let's just start with a review of the show. I absolutely love it. I'm not some Disney shill. I'm not some Lucasfilm shill. When they make something I don't like, I let you know. The Last Jedi. But I love this. I absolutely love this. It's just great. I love the... Okay, and granted, spoilers. I think I should have said that. I'll put it in the thumbnail so you'll know coming in. But clearly spoilers ahead. I love the interaction with little Leia. I love that they kind of did that. You think of Obi-Wan on Tatooine, and you think of him, overseeing Luke. So they threw us for a loop and had him with Leia. So I think that was a great twist. Another thing I think is absolutely great was how they set up Obi-Wan. He is beat down and broken. And I loved in the first episode how they show him literally doing the same thing. The cutting off the little bit of meat for his Eopie, I think it is. Putting it in his shirt, leaving, taking the train home, getting his Eopie, space camel, whatever you want to call it, feeding it, done. Next day, he does the same thing. They do it 3 times to let you know that this is Obi-Wan's life. Nothing exciting, nothing major, just living his life there to just kind of oversee Luke, which they also show him, looking over Luke. And I do love the interactions between him and Owen. I know they only showed it briefly in the first episode, but I think it is so important and really informs the rest of the saga, really, about what's, to come in, say, episode 4. I'm sure Owen will appear again. I think he will. Maybe not. Maybe the rest of the show does not take place on Tatooine and they just needed him for that. But if he does, that would be great. I think Ewan McGregor's performance is absolutely amazing, showing the beaten down, broken down Obi-Wan, who is just so traumatized by first the loss of the Jedi, the rise of the Empire, but the loss of his best friend, his brother Anakin, that up until episode 2, until the very end of episode 2, he just thinks is dead and that he lost him, on the in the lava of Mustafar. It isn't until the end of episode 2 that he finds out that Darth Vader lives, and he already knows that Darth Vader was the name he took based on the end of Revenge of the Sith. So he knows that Darth Vader lives, and then, yes, Reva confirms that Anakin Skywalker is alive. And that brings us to the character of Reva. There is a lot of stuff going on online which I don't understand. Okay. There's, I guess, a few things I have no problem with the character of Reva. I have no problem with the actress Moses Ingram portraying her. I think she's probably doing what the director wants her to do. I mean, it's on screen, so you have to imagine that's what the director put on screen. Deborah Chow is a accomplished director. So if that's not what Deborah Chow wanted on screen, then Deborah Chow would have been able to get it out of her, I'm sure. So I'm pretty sure that's what Deborah Chow wanted on screen. I do understand some people who think that the character is sort of one note, at least for those first 2 episodes. I think she shows a little bit more in episode 3. I get that. I mean, I can understand that. It's not that I don't think that she's kind of one note, but that's the note she's trying to hit. We're trying to see who she is, and she is determined, and she is all about getting Kenobi because it'll please Darth Vader. I think that's obvious. Maybe the way she goes about things is is in a one note, but that's it. She's on a mission. And the fact that we don't like her is like, well, we're not supposed to like her. She's the villain. Heck, even the other villains don't like her. But that's okay. So there's that. Again, I think she's doing fine. I have no problem with it. I think she's even gotten better as the episodes go, but you're also trying to find out a little bit more about her. And you see in episode 3 how she almost touches the Jedi symbol. So you know that she was a Jedi. She was probably a youngling. Very, very possible she was one of the younglings in that opening scene in episode 1. So she feels like the Jedi abandoned her. You know, I mean, there's so much stuff like that can be there that first of all I think is already there, and second of all I think is gonna come out. So I don't get it. And then there's the people who just don't like her performance, and that's fine. I mean, don't like her performance. I don't care. I think she's doing great. I think she's doing fine. I mean, is it Emmy award nominated performance? I guess not, but she's just an actor on a Star Wars show, and I think she's doing the job that they need her to do. So having said that, everything's, subjective, and some people just might not enjoy her character or, don't think she's doing a good job, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to think every actor's doing... So there's those people who just think, I don't like this character. I don't think she's doing... And I don't think the actress is doing a good job. Again, I'm not one of them. I think she's doing fine. But that's fine. That's completely fine. Then there are people who are completely and utterly just racist about it, which makes no sense because... Why? I mean, first of all, why in any facet of life? But why on this? If you don't think she's doing a good job... Okay, but if you're just attacking her for, like, there have been black people in Star Wars before. But then, those are just trolls and idiots and horrible people. But then you've got the people who are sort of like, they're making their money on separating the Star Wars fans. They're the ones out there that saying, well, we don't like her, and we don't, we just think she's a horrible actress, but Disney's saying to you, if you don't like her, then you're a racist. Well, no, Disney didn't say that. They said if you are a racist, don't be a racist. They didn't say if you just think she's not good at the job, that you're a racist. But they're the ones who are dividing, the ones that are attacking and the ones that are making money by getting clicks. And, I mean, they literally make money to be angry at the world. If they came in and said, everything's great, I love this show, everything's perfect, or this movie's great, like, they wouldn't make any money. They feel like they wouldn't click. They have to be negative. They have to hate it. They have to just say that it's all SJWs. They have to say all this stuff because that's how they make money, getting clicks, to be that sort of negative and that sort of rabble-rousing type of person, and that's all they're doing it for. I can't imagine. Now, granted, everyone likes things differently, but I can't see how anyone can watch the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi and think it's horrible or think it stinks. Or to me, so far, it's the best Disney Plus Star Wars show there is. I love The Mandalorian. I really liked Book of Boba Fett. Not as high as Mandalorian, of course, but this, right off the bat, first 3 episodes, just by far the best. Now, again, you may not think that, but to me, it is by far the best. So I just can't understand people saying it's horrible or saying, like, Disney's attacking the fans. They're not attacking the fans who come up and show it and like it. They're not even attacking the fans that come up and go, watch it and go, it's not for me. They're not even attacking the fans that show up and watch it and go, I like this, I don't like that, she's not my favorite, but I kind of like this. They're not attacking those. They're attacking the ones who are literally attacking one of their cast members. And kudos to Ewan McGreggor and, of course, the rest of Lucasfilm and Star Wars for standing up for her, because it's ridiculous. If you don't like her as an actress, that's fine. If you think she doesn't play the role, fine. That's fine. But to attack her based on race or who she is or anything like that is just ridiculous. And it's just dumb. And Granted, there are dumb people in the population. There's nothing we can do about it. So just by law of averages, there's a small fraction of Star Wars fans that are just plain dumb and stupid. But I guarantee you, 99% of Star Wars fans, of actual Star Wars fans, are not that 1% that's saying those horrible things. Most will probably be like, it's great, I love it, it's fine, she's fine, it's awesome, I love it, right? There would be a fraction that'll go like, it's fine, but she's not my favorite, sure. And those fans are okay too. You cannot like someone, you shouldn't have to like someone just because of their race, but to not like them just because of it is stupid. But who really upset me the most are the people out there on YouTube who are just pointing the finger saying that this character is just an SJW character. No, it's just a character. It just happens to be played by a person of color. Doesn't mean it had to be. And even if they were looking for a person of color, that may just be what the writer or the director had in mind. That's what they envisioned. And that's okay. You can cast someone because you see a person of color. You see a black person, you see a Latino person, you see a white person, you see if that's what you see in your head and you see some more interaction, it's okay to cast that way. There's nothing wrong with that. So it's okay to cast someone who's a person of color for that reason. It's okay to not cast someone who's not a person of color for that reason. But that doesn't mean they're an SJW character. And the people out there who are saying things like that are just ridiculous. This has been, so far, it's only 3 episodes in, the best Disney Plus Star Wars show there is. And that's basically my 2 cents. I don't know how this is going to go over, but I'm putting it out there. All right, guys. What else can I say about the show? I love the Obi-Wan and Leia interactions. I think that those are great. I love when he's sort of reminded of Padme. That really ties in the prequels. And every time it happens, I just think of Natalie Portman in my head. The times where she says, "You knew my mother, didn't you?" Those are just great moments. The stuff with Vader and Obi-Wan, that's where we left off. Vader was sort of pursuing Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan was basically running away. And so I have to imagine that there will be an encounter later. That's the one thing I'm more upset about the show is, does it undo the canon of when I last left you, I was but the learner, now I am the master, which makes you think that the last time they saw each other was on Mustafar in Revenge of the Sith. So as long as they make it work, just make it work so that line still makes sense and it doesn't, that's fine. That's the one problem I have. But I understand if you're going to tell an Obi-Wan story in this time period, the biggest, the best, the most dramatic is Obi-Wan and Anakin or Obi-Wan and Vader. I understand that that's where the drama is. I mean, a Darth Maul one would be cool, but the real drama is with Anakin slash Vader. So I'm kind of okay with that. All right, so that Hunter and Hunted is great at this point. Midway through the show. Let's see where it goes towards the end. I like the fact that we're seeing Obi-Wan literally from broken, a little bit more, till he finally actually ignites the lightsaber, which he hasn't ignited, presumably in about 10 years. And obviously he's out of practice. So we're seeing him grow. I love the thing between him and Leia. I love I'm really liking the little that they showed of Anakin and Vader. And I like Vader's interaction with Reva, the third sister. She's a third sister, and then I think the other one's the second sister, and then there's the fifth brother, and then there's the Grand Inquisitor, who I don't think he's dead. Because, if you just follow it, Rebels, there's a Grand Inquisitor that looks, like that. So I'm assuming he's coming back. I don't think he's dead unless they get another Grand Inquisitor of the same race as they're from Utapau, I think. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. But anyway, I digress. I like the relationship, and that I think is going to help people feel a little bit better about this character. We're getting some of her motivation, and Vader, she wants to be Vader's right-hand person. Is that because Anakin slash Vader saved her from the temple? These are all the things we don't know, and everyone is quick to jump and I hate the character or this. It's well, we don't know. Let's wait until the 6th episode and let's find out who this character is, little bit by little bit. You know who Obi-Wan is, right? You know who Owen is. You know who Leia is. You know who Bail Organa is. You know who all these people are. You even know who the Grand Inquisitor is if you've watched Rebels. You don't know this character, so let's learn this character before we make any judgments. And again, I think she's doing fine, so enough of that. So we left off with Reva basically just about to get Leia. Obi-Wan was saved by that droid and Darth Vader took off, which it was just some fire. I don't know why they couldn't go around it or whatever, but you need a cliffhanger, right? So let's see where it picks up. Obi-Wan has been rescued. Leia has been recaptured and Vader is now in pursuit. And that's where we left off. So I can't wait until next week, guys. I don't know. Please jump down in the comments below. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about the episode. Tell me what you think about the controversy if you really even want to. Tell me what was your favorite parts. Let me know in the comments below. Share this video with anyone you think may like it as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'd love to have you back. And of course, please like the video. That helps a lot too. All right, that's it for this week. I'll be back next week with an episode 4 review. So guys, until then, may the Force be with you and have a good one.